closing my eyes. The sun was probably bright. I don't know. I was in a zone. I was in a total zone. And I kept on thinking like, oh, there are people who are behind me. Why are they so close to me? Da, 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 da. And and then I like opened my eyes and I like looked over at where the camera was supposed to be. And I knew that it was supposed to be like right to my right side, but it turned out that it was like way in front of me. And so I realized that I had shifted backwards and that the tide had pushed me, despite the fact that I felt like I was totally on solid ground or underwater, but I felt like I was staying in one place. And I freaked out because I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to ruin the whole installation. Where what am I going to do? I don't this is like, this ruins everything. The cameras are going to see that I moved. But that mistake led to a new choice for me, which was to, instead of showing two videos side by side that just went from 0, all the way through the 12 hours, I decided to edit it into one long form durational video where I cut in these really long shots, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, as long as I could go. But cut it together and then show that same video in two channels, starting at different moments in time. And I honestly think that's like a way better way to show the work. So it's funny because I really do believe that everything that goes wrong leads to something like that. I think this is why, like, when the pandemic happened and we had to postpone Aotearoa, I'm just like, well, that's, I'm going to fight as hard as I can to make it to go. Like, my husband was like, come home, Sarah, when everything started freaking out in New York. And I was like, I'm not coming home until the prime minister tells me I have to come home. And then she did. And when she did, I was like, okay, we're going to take this as a good sign and we're going to work with it. And I think that's about adaptation. It's about, in everything that we do, we go for our vision, but then if something changes, we have to figure out, or something goes wrong, we have to figure out how to adapt. And that's, so I guess I'm trying to model adaptation, positive adaptation.
Right. Mauricio which will probably have to be our last question.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Sarah. Just a quick follow-up on whether or not the translation led to a change in the process or the concept or the practice. I love what you're saying about translation and the possibility there, and I'm curious what came up in that.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was...
Sarah, maybe you could talk about what happened in Aotearoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that seemed like a big turn based on the cultural encounters there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you change the place you were going to be, etc.?
Yeah. I think it's less about I think the translation and however one of my collaborators presents it, like I am like a sponge whenever I'm doing this, sort of trying to seep up information from the people who have more deeper knowledge of the site than me, and trying to find where are my clues, how am I gonna work with this, so I think that, I'm not sure that the translation necessarily changed it, but the ideas of the people who are involved definitely change it, and are constantly evolving the work. And I think that the big thread that really started for me in Brazil and then carried through in Kenya and in my time so far in Aotearoa was really this. And I feel like, Mauricio, we might have talked about this before, but now it's gone to a whole nother level with the trauma of white settler colonialism as being this like very clear thread in the world. And so that, that like very real encounter has really shifted my thinking, and it's really it's very different. It appears very differently in Salvador, Brazil, than it does in the coast of Kenya, than it does in Aotearoa. But I think the tensions around that in Aotearoa were very clear to me, as a country that is really struggling with trying, I think over here, at least my perception of Aotearoa, aka New Zealand, was that it was, they're so forward thinking in terms of art and environment, and they are in many ways, but they're really deep in it, in rethinking in the Maori relations, and so it became very clear to me, like, that it was was told also I needed a guide, and that guide had to be a woman, and I was very lucky to, through more serendipitous connections, like, meet these amazing people who wanted to come onto the team, and who are committed to helping guide me when the work happens there. But just learning about those things and being able to experience them, like, really directly firsthand, with amazing people and guides, was something that then it also became so clear that I think I had been thinking about it before, but when I was over there, I was like, oh, I have to find a way to address this in a deeper way in New York too, because we're not. The conversation has begun, but there's so much further to go, and so what is my responsibility to further that conversation in this context? So I'm trying to figure that out.
What we've done today is to have invited us all into that question, how to continue the conversation, and we're just so grateful for the opportunity to think about your work, to hear you talk about it, and we Exie, remains committed to being there for the final performance.
All right.
Thank you all. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Exie students, Mauricio students, everybody. This was a rich and wonderful conversation, and I'm very grateful.
Can I say one more thing, Yuna, really quickly? Just that if anyone is intending to keep tuning into the live stream, we are going to we just found out that YouTube won't let us record past 12 hours. So we're actually going to shift to a new link. So I just put the link in the chat. I'm going to post it. We're going to try to post it everywhere, but talk about surprises and mistakes. This is what happens. So if you want to be watching, this is where to do it from now on. Or I think, let's see, I'm not sure. We might make the shift. Oh, it's already live. Okay. Is it? So are we doubling? Anyway, it'll be there. If you get kicked off of the current link, this is where it is. So anyway, just know that. Here's the new link. Yay! Thank you all.
Thank you all so much.
Okay. Bye. Janine, hello. Oh my gosh, how are you? You're on mute. I can't hear you. Janine, you're on mute. I still can't hear you.
Unmute.
There you go. Unmute. Hello, hello.
I'm just for me to share my image of the harbour, you'll have to allow me to screen share.
Okay.
Because at the moment, if I try and share the screen, it says the host has disabled that.
Yes. Give me 1 second, because I'm actually not the host.
No.
Oh my God.
I thought that might happen. That's why I thought I'd better rush.
We need to make enable participants to share their screens.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it should work now.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Isn't it exciting how we can? Here we are. Yeah.
Ooh! Awesome!
Can you see
yes.
that video?
Yes, I can.
Can you see all the herons?
Yes.
So that was just a few minutes ago down at the beach.
Awesome.
And I think that so this is just down from where you went into the water with Jeff.
Oh yeah, in Onehunga.
On the Onehunga side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I think I'll see because I haven't looked at them yet, so I'll just get the next one. So do I have to? I probably have to come out of screen share and into sharing a different video for that one. So let's try that one. Can you see that now? It looks similar to the other one, actually.
Yes, we can see them both.
Yeah, that one's got a nice bird coming in. Oh, can you see them both at once?
I just see one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, sure, we can do that. Sorry. We have a lovely man who's asking if he can launch a boat. A boat, right?
Yeah, an inflatable kayak that I wanted to put out here, not a kayak, but a boat. But it was a maiden voyage. And, yeah, I'm just gonna bring it over from my car, bring it down here, pump it up, and put it out there.
Maiden voyage.
Maiden voyage.
Nice. Okay, we'll have to give you a good send off. Oh yeah. Anyway, hi Janine.
Hello.
We're having so much excitement at the shore here.
I can't sort of tell the difference between all these, so I'll just try and screen share. I think that's one that I haven't shared, but they all look similar. I did get a bit closer at one point to the.
Oh my gosh! Excellent. So yeah, do you want? We're at the hour mark. Do you want to tell us about this? Tell us about this spot.
Yeah. So kia ora koutou, and greetings to anybody who might still be there from Aotearoa. So this is the spot where we went down with Kaumatua of Te Waihua Iwi, Jeff Tukua, and we went down to this spot with Sarah, and Jeff gave a beautiful karakia, and at that moment Sarah went into the water and he called out to Tangaroa, who is the god of the sea, to protect Sarah on her longer performance event, which was going to take place in the future. So Sarah, how long did you stand there for, do you think? It was quite a while. Maybe we were it was a very long karakia, which is a Māori prayer.
Yeah.
sharp for me to put the inflatable on. Possibility of puncturing. Are you doing sea life?
Are you playing video?
Yeah. Can you see a video at the moment or no?
It looks like it's just still.
Yeah. So maybe I need to stop share and then share. Pretty sure.
Also, just so you know, Janine, we had a thing where we had to switch links.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you were there for that. So I'm gonna, while we're waiting to get back on. Oh, never mind. We're back on. We're back on. Okay, go for it. Yes, here we go.
Yeah, so I don't know whether or not you can see this. Oh, there's Ariane. Yay. Can you see Ariane? So yeah, this is the spot where I'm not sure if you can see the duck swimming towards the heron at the moment. I was on the video.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so that was the indigenous birds meeting the settler birds.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, so it's quite grey. So Ariane, I imagine, is a little bit wet if she's live. Do you want to unmute Ariane? She's still walking. Can you unmute Ariane?
Hi.
Sorry, here you are. Here you are.
Here I am.
Hello.
Yeah, I've done the classic thing and parked in the wrong part of the park. So I'm actually divided from the water by paddocks full of sheep, which is so ironic.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to see if I can switch the camera around. There you go. And you can see where I am.
Wow.
So you're not quite there yet.
Hold on. I can't see what I'm seeing, so what you're seeing. So I don't know whether it's facing. Yeah, hold on. So I'm not seeing what's coming up on the screen, so I don't know what you can see of me.
Right. Well, at the moment we can see a green paddock.
Yeah,
so...
and there's water across it. It's very grey. So the rain's lifted. There's a rainbow just very faint out across the harbour.
Whoa!
And there is a Manukau. So I'm going to have to do a long trek around to get actually my feet in the water, which will take some time. So it'll probably be an off-the-call event.
Right.
But there's the harbour. It's beautiful with the mist. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's so many birds here.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I've just been showing some of the kutuku and because there was a big group of them down at the water, which I just quickly videoed, and now I've been screen sharing those. I don't know if you could see those.
I can. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing your screen share.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
beautiful.
And yeah, the mist just came in just as I left, so I was sort of thinking I might be filming some raindrops on the water, but no.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not it's not a cold day, but it's definitely a day where there's lots of water in the atmosphere, and I quite like the feeling of the tide being half out there, because that's the real earth of the Manukau in there.
Yeah.
I saw a lovely seal in there the other day too, which was quite heartening.
Wow.
Sarah, the rainbow is landing like right outside the mouth of Kaitarakihi Beach.
Yes!
You'd have to turn off your screen share, I think, Janine.
Okay. Yep.
if that's just for a minute, so we can, I don't know, and you might get to see the rainbow a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it's like for us.
Now I'm just seeing, yeah, it's so far in the distance, you probably barely, there's
I
a
can
very
see it.
faint little rainbow.
Yeah, got it. I see it. Amazing.
Right out over the mouth of the harbour there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and they can see, just the little mud flats in the distance there. And there's the inner harbour going right up. Yeah, so you can see I've got like fields and fields between me and the sea.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm just thinking about our conversation earlier, and it was so great to be in that call with everybody and hear the very different sites and very different experiences and very different current realities too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So intense at what's happening in Brazil, isn't it? So yeah, it was amazing to hear that fresh from people experiencing that. So yeah.
I mean, that was like a dream come true for me in a way, to have all those connections made. And
absolutely.
Yeah. What did you guys, did it change your thinking about the project in Aotearoa based on like what you heard, or I'm curious your sort of takeaways from that.
Janine, you go first.
Yeah, I was going to say it was really nice to hear from people who had been through the whole process, and the young artists in Brazil who had become involved, and what it meant for him as well.
Yeah.
I think and also a sense of the the length and breadth of the project, and so I think that was a really interesting aspect of it. In terms of what we do here, definitely you've made those connections with Nettie and Ameria, and they seem to be really valuable part of the project as well.
Yeah.
But the idea of, it made me think about, because when it's our borders are still heavily restricted. It made me think when you were talking about the idea of people, the reenactment, it made me think about how we might be able to, in some way, co-share the performance with you. But we're all looking forward to hopefully the borders opening, but it seems a long way away now, given now
the new stuff. I know. Well, I think we have to get through a little bit more time and sort of see. I'm ready to, after this ends, I'm ready to begin the campaign to the government in New Zealand to be like, this is essential. It has to happen in this moment in time. I feel like there might be a case to be made. I feel like it's part of the work to try,
It definitely seems like you've had to kind of overcome some quite intense obstacles along the way of this whole project. That was really interesting too, to kind of hear that. I remember you talking about being sick in India, but
in Bangladesh,
and it was really interesting to hear and eat, various different places, just how intensely you've had to work to achieve each performance.
Each one is really there's been specific challenges for each one, for sure, and they are I think this one of having been sent home is maybe the biggest challenge, but I have faith that it will work out somehow. I really just don't. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like I have, there's possibilities that we can keep talking through, but I think at one of the last meetings we were talking about, what if like Ameria and Kingi just stood in the place for me. But I feel the need, and I would be open to that, but I also feel like in my recent communication with Amelia and Nettie, they're like, we're here when you come back. So now that feels actually harder to me to do without me coming back in a real way. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we have to keep exploring what the options are and see. But I'm definitely going to be writing to the government over there.
You could campaign the Green Party, get one of the Green MPs.
Yes. Wait, when is the vote? Because your vote was postponed, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Over now.
Yeah, it's in October.
It's in October. Okay, got it. So, are we rooting for? Maybe we shouldn't talk politics. Never mind.
Let's say we don't want it to go back to the conservative right-wing party.
Gotcha.
I'd say we're probably all on the same page about that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's been taken over by a particularly belligerent person at the moment is now the leader of that party. So somebody who likes to polarize. So we all know what happens when someone like that gets in. So
yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes. And so, and you guys, Ariane said you had a meeting about the project the other day, or maybe about other things in the project was discussed. Was there anything else that kind of came out of that?
Well, yeah, I suppose it was thinking about various scenarios, and my feeling was that you would probably want to come back yourself here because it's in this open state that feels like it's unfinished, and because our borders are seeming, March is seeming less. A possibility at the moment with the borders, but I guess one thing is how long is this, because I know you wanted to wrap it up this year, so how long is your thinking about it in terms of possible length of time? And could New York even be before Aotearoa? Could it be this open thing that happens somewhere down the track? Those sorts of things.
Yeah, those are all really good questions. I have to keep thinking, I think, but yeah, I know, it's crazy. Isn't it crazy that now it's been 6 months since I realized, like earlier this week, it was 6 months since I left for Aotearoa. So like over 5 months since I was back, because I was there for 3 weeks. So I just like can't even fathom time right now. And
I think time has become a very stretchy thing in the last few months, and I'm sure there's versions of that for a lot of people.
I
think my battery suddenly is really low.
Oh no,
I may drop out.
Oh no. Is there anything else you want to report from the water? Share with us about the water right now?
I think I just really am intrigued by how I'm really impacted by the thinking about how the water links us to something that's kind of playing on in my mind. So I think I'm going to keep coming back to that over the next however long, it becomes a part of your ongoing internal dialogue.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So to me, that's been something very powerful out of this project, and a desire to kind of keep exploring that conversation of, and it became very present in, I'm coming to dead ends in these fences. In this conversation this earlier this morning, we're particularly thinking about Brazil and just the urgency of that situation there, and versus how we kind of feel to recognize that that urgency is our urgency too.
Yeah.
Is she still there?
Oh no.
She might have gone. Yeah.
Oh no. I still see her name, but
yeah. I guess that's the open link. But yeah, I totally agree. It's like, oh, we can't look at Brazil and say, oh, that's so terrible what's happening in the Amazon, because it affects the whole globe, and our water is their water, and their transpiration of forests is our oxygen in our atmosphere. So I guess that's the non-discriminating thing about your project, that it keeps us seeing links between the ecological conversation and the connection to water around the globe.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. And I think that might have been where Ariane was going with that, if I dare to finish her sentence.
No, it's true. And I think, well, I would love to, since we're still very much in progress with the work over there, I would love to like figure out how to maybe, I know you're on sabbatical, Janine, but but like figure out some way to be in a regular conversation like once a month or something, just to kind of keep digging into that a little bit, because I think it would be really interesting to keep going,
Yeah, well, I guess we should have a check-in about what the border status is, and because there is a limited window of when it's actually going to be warm
enough.
You have done it in the North Sea, haven't you? So I guess if you had the the super thick wetsuit, there might be a possibility of thinking about winter. But yeah, that time when the water is a reasonable temperature is a
question.
Window. And our, we're sort of subantarctic, subtropical. Auckland is kind of on that border zone. So
yeah. Well, let's explore it all.
Yeah, and also I guess the support is there, but also there will be a time when we might need to bring back different elements of the project. So maybe different people to be involved in the camera work and that kind of thing. So I guess so there's those things to think about, but yeah, I will also just talk to you about a work that I'm doing in March too, in the Hokianga Harbour, because I've done some work of my own around the Manukai Harbour. And in March we have got some funding from Foundation North, and we're working with an iwi there, Te Raroa, to do a boat projection of an ancient forest under this huge sand dune of quartz sand that kind of buried this primordial forest. And so the idea of the projection is to bring back the forest to the dune. And it's a collaboration with a lot of people up north. So and the projection, the only way to do it is from a boat, because this is kind of, the sand dune is like a wall of a peninsula kind of jutting into the middle of the harbour. So we're doing something where we're working with quite a few collaborators. It's taken us a year to get the permission from the iwi to be able to work in that space. So so yeah, that was the great thing about your project, is that we managed to compress
I know.
and met a few of the right people, and it didn't take a year. So I'm quite excited about the opportunity to do this, and also to work with an aunt of mine who has whakapapa or Māori genealogical connection to that site. So
awesome.
So yeah, all my obviously I can't come to you or to the rest of the world, so it's really nice to be doing some local projects at the moment. So I guess that's sort of there's a lot of that space. Although at the same time, we did also do a event called the Global Tides with the Asia Pacific Art Institute at NYU, and that was Chang. With a few people from over here and the Vamoana research group. So if you came back, I'd love to connect you with them as well, because Vamoana means Pacific spaces of the sea. And so, that would be, if you could come back and have a bit longer time here at some point.
Yeah.
The amazing people to connect you with as well. So,
I love that.
I sort of, I'm beginning to wonder whether March is going to work, just to do with the borders by then. We won't be able to travel. We can't even go to the neighbouring Pacific Islands or Australia or anything. So it's really, there's no flow in terms of air travel at the moment.
Yeah. I know. I've been following it.
And I remember saying to you as you left, I'm like, I wonder how long I'm going to be on this island.
I know, because you're used to traveling a lot.
So well, not a lot, but when I feel like something's really important, every couple of years I will travel for it. So but at the moment, I guess that exploring the projects in our area, like you're doing now down at the bay there, is a tendency and also the only thing we can do. So
Not true.
I think in a longer time frame,
I
feel like you do need to come back and finish this. And
yes. I know. Well, that is the challenge that we are facing right now. I know my brain can't really think beyond 1 year right now, but we adapt. As I was just talking with a panel, we'll figure it out somehow or another. It will be figured out. So it's good to hear your perspective and like where you think it stands right now, and it'll all come into the brain, and
it's been such a long project already that you've done that. I guess you don't want it to be a lifetime project necessarily.
Nope. No, and I guess the question is whether, because ideally, I want all the locations to really be involved in the New York work. And so that's what feels weird to me about not having completed Aotearoa before I do New York. But it's true that we've started the process, so you're involved. But it's just like, I know it's going to go so much deeper when we actually do it. And so whether that can wait, or whether it needs to, I need to rejigger my thinking. I don't know. Like that's the big question.
Well, I think that you will have some amazing documentation that Ian shot, in the preparation, which is, a big part of, so much of it is the process. So, you would have the karakia of when you went into the water with Jeff. You will have, I'm sure you've got footage of Ameria and you and Nettie standing in the water. So you will have everything that showed, this was on the verge of a 12-hour performance. So
just not the like work, not the final work.
Yeah.
But we can let's continue the conversation. That's and maybe I'd be interested in sort of setting up. Oh my gosh, the light keeps on changing on me here. I'm so backlit right now. I'm interested.
getting into nice evening.
I know, the sun is about to set, and I have to go in a second. But let's keep going, and because we haven't actually connected that much in the last couple months. So when let's make sure to keep the conversation going in a real way.
Well, towards the end of October, we should regroup, because I've also got a project down in the South Island, so I'm going to be going down there for about a month or so, and then after that, we could see how the lay of the land is here by then.
That sounds good.
So what happens now? You're going to start to stand in the water again?
I'm gonna do another short test stand. I have to go to the bathroom first, because I haven't been able to do that in a long time, because these conversations have been so amazing, and I haven't actually given myself a break at all. So first I have to go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna do another little final test stand, and then we have my team here in New York. They're gonna do the final report from New York. So
great.
And then I can't believe we're almost done with we've been out here for over 12 hours now.
Yeah,
and we've been live streaming for almost 12 hours. Yeah.
Pretty exhausted by now.
Yeah. Oh, Janine, my husband, he wants to say hi. That's
hello, hi. Hi, I heard a lot about you.
Yes, that's it.
Nice to meet you. Okay, all right. Well, lovely to see your face, and thanks for inviting us to be part of it, Sarah.
Yes, of course. I'm so glad that you were part of it, and to be continued. Yes.
Yeah, to be continued.
Okay. Thanks, Janine. Okay, sending lots of love.
Down.
Yeah.
Bye. See you soon.
Oh yeah, you can't give them beers now. We need incentive to clean up and not run. Yeah. So you can go get beers ready. That is okay. I really have to pee, and then oh my god, you have been so good. Can we move it upside down now, or turn it right side up again? Yeah. That's great. Let's do time lapses. I was thinking. Okay. Great. I love your microphone. I think we can just put the camera on. See, this is the hardcore team in here. Right here. They're right here. Okay, amazing. Wait, that is accurate. Oh, you got Cafe de Bouffe. Le Woof. Ja, maar zij hebben internet.
be a waterway. So you follow the water. I haven't updated. I just got this a few days ago. And I'm just trying to get things together. Got to get my registration. I had to drop it off in the mailbox, so who knows when I'm going to get there. But DMV is not taking. So I dropped that off. I held off on the engine. So now I just want to see. Well, let me put it in the water. Yeah. Because I get to get 15 horsepower. I'm gonna be flying then. I got a 50 tank. Comes up here, all clear. Comes over here, all clear. In the back, all clear on the side. So I can roll this up, roll that up, roll with the sides. Now I just have a top. Or I can just put the sides down and have the open.
Or row a lot?
I mean, in my life, sure. Hey, let's meet you on the day. Want to go kayak? Yeah, that's not doing anybody. Always wanted a kayak, always wanted a boat. $1,300. Got it for $6. So the $400 engine on it, with my registration on it, and just cut up the side, you know.
Yeah, that's
something nice, you know.
That's where they have them really over there. Because I feel like, yeah, when they do their kayaking,
Yeah, they say.
Yeah, they say you're right that they usually put the boats to animal basin, and then
Yeah, and even though what I want to do is launch at Dykeman.
Okay.
Dykeman has a launch. Go up, I don't know, about a mile, come down. When you're at the tip, you're either the Hudson or the I think that's the perfect place to hide and shoot.
Yeah, but I would say yeah, definitely.
Man, I would be so pissed if I put this over. And I'm looking at Jags like it's fighting like this one. That one's waiting for me. Oh, good.
Hey Sarah, I found the grade.
I've been looking at it for about a half an hour.
That's pretty good. I don't know if over there is
Yeah, the problem is getting the boat over there. The tires that I have is made for hard surfaces. Trying to beat the system. They have wheels that go into transit. The transit is weirdly big. And I need pneumatic wheels that'll go over this shit. I got like a shopping cart.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Okay.
So for me to wheel it, it would have to be surface. Let me just try it anyway. I'm a guy with this so much. I put my skateboard wheels to hold the weight. I'm a guy with it so much. You want like 100, 200, 300 times the amount of weight. Let me see if I can make this myself. This is ridiculous. See my window? You can't see it. It's right over.
Oh, sweet, okay.
Yeah, I'm at the Goodwill building.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Oh, there it is. The chimney is right where that balloon.
Gotcha, yeah.
So, for freaking 10 to 15 years, I'm watching watercraft. Every single day. I'm so pissed. I'm like, how dare they? They stop here, put an anchor in. I'm like, I got binoculars. I'm looking at them. They're like, yo. I'm like, oh, fuck no. Yeah. You know where you're going. Unless you're going. Nobody wants to go. I'll go on. So, Now, what the original wheels do, they drill right through here. And they've got two bolts there. Now it's on, it's a little hinge. Swing it. I said, I don't want to put tools in there, but I'm not thinking about it putting away, so I got to wait on. We're going to see if it works. I believe it would work if it was smooth, but only rocky shit is going to move it out of the way. Oh, I want you to see the failure. To try. told me that the back door was all the way over here. I literally threw the boat over the fence.
At high tide. You can do it. At high tide. But I think you could do it right now.
See the jack on this? We would literally have to lift it up and walk it all the way
Is it
here.
really heavy?
I can lift it up by myself.
Oh, okay. Then you
Yeah,
can do
can you
it.
see that?
Yeah.
It's about not even 100. Not a problem. Just getting over that.
Yeah.
Then I don't have,
Why don't we help you just this time since you're in the...
how am I going to get back?
Well, that's true. It's a good question.
Yeah, I would have to get out. Easier to get out, man. I just can't no.
Hey Andrew, are you getting anything?
Like that part over there, the fan right there?
Yeah. And then you still have to carry it.
This is how we're gonna get sound.
Okay.
Are you starting right now? Or?
No. So she's actually supposed to be doing a walk and then coming back and stopping and then Chris will go.
It's a good welcome. You don't want to hurt it. So, I mean, we can definitely help you get it out into the water. The question is then whether you'll be able to come back there. Yeah, that's a better place to live.
Down here, walk along this wall.
Well, you can go right up there. There's a little...
Andrew, how's this looking?
It's that secret spot. It's a drop too, right?
I don't know actually.
There's one that little part.
Yeah.
Now you wrapped it all in.
Do you want us
And
to
the
help
air's
you?
coming down there. To go here or there.
No, to just get it out. I have to do a little thing, so why don't you think about it and then let us know
Okay.
when we're done.
Great.
If you want help, I will rally my people. Okay.
Thank you.
Are you filming this one?
Yeah.
Hey Bear, why don't you stand behind this guy so he can film?
Ready? Oh, two. I only got two.
Looks like you won.
I won that time.
Well, technically three
Gotta get
because
like,
it hit
I guess,
this.
flat rock. Round ones don't do it. I got a champion one. I got a real good one now.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, look at that!
Bella,
Whoa!
come on, Bella.
Come on. Don't embarrass your father.
Where's the flat one?
Get a nice flat one. Don't let it be round.
I just dropped.
Fellow, you're not even trying.
That's so far.
You're not even. You're the card, though.
Man.
Whoa! Big guy.
I'd rather use
Oh, fella.
Whoa! We got bombs over here.
Well, let's go straight ahead. There's Rock floating. Last place?
Yeah, oh, probably yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, she wants to meet her. Barely.
Well, I decided I wanted to, but I just have a bad feeling coming back. Like everybody's going. And I'm like, I'll probably perch right back up there, wrap it up. That's too much trouble.
Maybe we're back to start. Chris is about to do a little report. So hang out with us.
I got a great
You
seat.
got a great seat.
She's about to enter. Just be careful not to hit. Thank you very much.
it?
Yeah, speak into this.
Okay, should we face this way? Okay, great.
Here, if someone could hold this and just speak
Yes.
into the...
Yes. So we all, fam and Socrates crew and Sarah's crew, we all wanted to offer something else after Chris's amazing dance. Thank you, Chris. That was amazing. Thank you so much. So Fernanda, can you tell us about the song that you wanted to share?
So I am singing a Yorubian song about Yemaya. It's a mixture of different songs inspired by one of my favorites, which is Celia Cruz song. Yes. So I'm going to start. It's called so Kai 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 Yemaya Yolodo Kai 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 Asesu Lodo Kai 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 Yemaya Yolodo Kai 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 Asesu Lodo Yemaya Lodo Asesolo Yemaya Yemaya Lodo Asesolo Yemaya Yemaya Lodo Yamalodo Yemaya Yemaya Lodo Yamalodo Yemaya.
Hey! Can you tell us a little about Yemaya?
So,
at least in your understanding.
Okay, so Yemaya is the god of the seas. Yemaya is the god of the seas. She's a Yoruban goddess. She's a god of the goddess of all gods in life. She represents life, and so she honestly really important for me because I am myself really a child of the water because I grew up next to 2 rivers, and plus I'm also an Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Latina of Yoruban descent. So,
hey, thank you, Fernanda. So beautiful. Simone, would you like to offer something?
Well, I really appreciated that because I've been learning more about Olokun, which is another goddess who I see as an androgynous, but Olokun is in the deeper part of the sea. And so like I don't know, I'm also a child of the water, child of the sea. I'm really watery and and yeah, I don't know what to say except like I love water. I love how it brings people together. Like you're singing and you're dancing and you can eat food or you could just chill and hang out. And I guess I don't know what I guess I'll just share what one of my friends and I are doing. There's another deity called Mama Wata. And we're talking a lot about like what does it mean to be African American and also African, and like having those identities coming together, and how water is carried in those identities. And so anyway, that's it. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you so much. Did you guys want to offer anything? Or at least say hey and what's up?
All right. Hey, my name's Anna. So for me, water is life. Water resembles purity. You know, although New York City water isn't as pure as it once was, I feel like water brings like a pure element. Like it's symbolically for people. I feel like you can use that to wash away the negative energy, no matter how dirty water can be today. I feel like water really is like the last bit of purity that we have in this world. So I love water. Water's life. Water's love.
Beautiful. Thank you, Anna. You want to say anything, Jenna?
I just want to say that this is an amazing project, and I mean, water is important. It's, we need to survive, and it's just hearing like the waves crashing. It's like it just reminds you of like the rhythm, I guess, of life, and it just reminds you to take life kind of at your own pace. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you. I put everybody on the spot right now. So I wanna close it out with giving mad thanks to Sarah, who's standing in this beautiful thunderbolt of sun over there. And all of us coming together, all of us as tech folks, us Socrates folks, the water is what makes us all family. So if we could just take a moment, we can close our eyes. We can all be here. Anyone who's watching, anyone who has been with us, all the people around the world, on this world, this one earth that we share, this one water that we share. That's what I love so much about Sarah's project, that it not only has brought all of us here together today to commune with each other, to commune with all the people who came to the beach here at Hallett's Cove, but all the people around the world to understand and to return to the fact and the awareness. This is not just a city of water. This is a world of water. And how much more, as Jenna beautifully stated and everyone else mentioning in their own ways from their own cultures. We need to notice her. We need to take time. We need to listen to those rhythms. We need to hear her speak. And Sarah's giving us an invitation to do that, to remember how to just stand and listen and be with. Whether it is in ecstatic joy, whether it is in grief, whether it is in just silently receiving. We need to remember that the earth is sentient, the water is sentient, and they are speaking to us all the time. And it is time for us to listen. It's time for us to have a dialogue. It is time for us to talk back and talk together. That is the only hope that we have in this world, to carry our dreams forward for the future generations, is to learn how to listen, to talk to the water, to talk to the earth as if to a very, very, very old friend who has given us everything. So I want you to hold that in your heart. This immense, beautiful gift of interconnectedness that we have received today, that everyone who has been involved in Sarah's projects have received. That it is up to us to carry this forward, that it is up to us to notice, to listen, to see, to sit, to be with. To not be blind to the water, to not be blind to the mother, to not be blind to the healing and the dialogue that is being invited to us, that we are being invited to at every single moment of our life. So I thank from my heart, from all of us here, giving thanks to the earth upon which we stand, giving thanks to the water that surrounds us. May we continue to live to be better stewards of our beautiful earth, better listeners, better healers, better tenders of this gift that we have been given. With gratitude from my heart, I'm Audrey from Socrates. We love you all out there. Love you, Sarah. Thank you for doing this and bringing us together. Bless up.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We're done. That was 12 hours and how many minutes? 9 plus 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes? 12 hours and 18 minutes, or maybe 17. I'm doing my math wrong. Anyway, we're done for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to save yourself for next year and or whenever it happens. All right. Yay! Okay, now we have to